What lasting influence did the anime Death Note actually have on the anime community? Well, other than some of the most obsessive and craziest fanbase to ever exist, nothing much really. That and well, a specific line that even I myself have used from time to time.
Hello, welcome to my new class, Potato Chip Eating 101. And eat it.
The fanbase, though, is the reason that I bought 2 attack dogs, installed an auto turret system, put Boy Scout Troop 27 on constant surveillance around my house, and attempted to hire Chuck Norris as a bodyguard. But he was too expensive, so I got Steven Seagal instead, and all it costed me was a cheeseburger and a milkshake. To me, Death Note is quite possibly one of the most overrated animes to ever exist. This would be in the same area as Full Metal Alchemist as far as I am concerned. While the series starts out strong, developing the characters of Light Yagami and L, and focusing on the mental battle and struggle between these two characters, I was initially impressed, though I can trace the downfall for the series, in my own opinion, to the introduction of one character. And here I would have to say enter Misa Amane. This character is what single-handedly started the decline in quality for this show. Before Misa arrived, the show was very intellectual and suspenseful, showing how L and Light were on the same level, the perfect match for antagonist and protagonist, each trying to outsmart each other. Now after Misa arrived, it turned into L constantly changing his mind about Light, and Light hiding behind Misa and many other proxy characters. This is, in my opinion, the issue with the anime itself. The fact that this one drastic turn in the style took away everything that was appealing to me, as far as the story is concerned. I will say, once Nier was added to the character lineup, the story moves back to the original style a little bit more, and that was definitely a breath of fresh air for me after sitting through an entirely overplayed and dragged out second act to the series. Though the ending, well, for lack of a better phrase, predictable. I would have liked to see the series actually throw me for a loop, but sadly I had the ending figured out long before the conclusion came around. Now, as for the art style, voice acting, and musical score, you have to color me impressed. The art style has the perfect balance of grit and beauty to set the mood as necessary given the different scenes and situations. The acting for the Japanese and English dubs were both spot on. No character seemed truly a forced role. The voice actors did feel natural in their roles when I was watching through this anime and through the ability they had with the voice acting, and how well the voices actually fit the character and the personalities that they had. And this just goes to show what can be done when an anime is given to the adults and not for kids or Funimation. Now, with the musical score, the tone and mood for each scene was created perfectly. The score had the ability to change from a somber and solemn setting to a more suspenseful and murderous style, all within the matter of minutes, and the score catches that perfectly, which this is what Death Note was founded upon, was this change back and forth between different areas between the suspenseful and the solemn. Now, the way I look at Death Note is this. As an art project, it would be scored an A+, going with the art style, the music, and the voice acting. But as for being an anime with a strong narrative that will keep you interested and involved throughout the entirety of the series, it would get no higher than a C in my opinion. Which is the problem with the show. It's not totally horrible or great. It is just mediocre. And after hearing the fans of the series constantly talk about it, I was expecting something like Citizen Kane. But what I actually got was Waterworld. Now, on a quick side note, before I conclude this video, to all those who claim Death Note to be a very philosophical anime, I have to ask you to please stop saying that. Philosophy is the study of how the world around you and reality is perceived. This is not within Death Note. What you actually have is the case study of a man falling into dementia and schizophrenia, while also studying one of the greatest con artists to ever exist. I would obviously be talking about L at this point. So at the end, I was not impressed, but I can actually see the appeal to certain areas of the anime community. To some, it can be a very enjoyable anime, and you will become completely and totally engrossed within the storyline. It just did not the same for me. It did not meet the mark that I have for quality in anime. After all, this is coming from a guy who watches Excel Saga, Azumanga Daioh, and the original Speed Racer. It's really hard to match something at that level of awesomeness. But this is the Professor, signing off. I'll see all of you guys later. Thanks for watching.